Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover off on the construction of the rear fuselage on the 750 Cruzer. Thanks for watching. Alright, so fuselage bottom and sides, pretty much just laid up the stringers, or the diagonals and the verticals on the sides, all clickoed together, and ran the that's the loom for the elevator trim. Clicks in there nicely, and it actually still slides through nice, so I can get the length right. It looks beautiful all the way up there. Looks like a lot of work, but it's got a lot of clicos at the moment. The front brace is clickoed in place. This will be the attachment for the rear spar, or rear wing attachment. And thought I'd just stop, take a video, just doing the rear baggage panel, riveting that together, then that'll drop in, and working out what I can and can't rivet at the moment. And the top skin just laying next to the wings for now, all riveted up. So I've got the longeron on the top skin, and that'll go up over the slide in between the vertical and the side skin. What I do there, which I found handy, is just get a paddle pop stick, and if you put that like in on this side, slide that in there, down a bit further, you get the idea. It actually helps, it'll separate the skin from the longeron, sorry, the skin from the vertical L angle, so then the longeron can slot down in between. I had to eat, the other night I had to eat 4 magnums to get my paddle pop sticks. Alright guys, been hard at it. It's only 9 degrees out in the shed at the moment, pretty cold. But got the fuselage framed up. It's just with clicos at the moment, but mounted did the fuselage sides, all the uprights and the diagonals, just with the A4 rivets. So yeah, framed up the fuselage. Like I said, it's just it can come apart again if I need to, just at this stage, but I've done all the verticals and the uprights. Also made got the baggage frame put in there, just clickoed in. It's looking pretty cool. Looking on the back there, starting to look like an aeroplane. And also put in the I've run the elevator trim just with some coax, which actually fits in beautifully and runs all the way down to the back for the elevator trim, like I said. I've got the top skin down here next to the wings. A lot of work there, just getting everything nice and neat. The cross members and the verticals, but they're actually more horizontal, the straight ones. Also, I get the longerons off. I'm just going to pop my plan is to pop paddle pop stick, like we'll go in the top there, because the longeron goes between the uprights and the skin. And then down the back there, I might even put a bit of I'll show you what I'm talking about. I might even put a bit of string or something. So if I put just a spacer, so it'll go like that, gives me a nice gap when so I'm probably going to do this myself, put the top skin on, and then they'll just pop back out. So that's the plan anyway. But the fuselage is looking sweet. No problems at the moment. Just going through I just worked through off the plans. So with the plans there, with the skins and all the layout, Zenith have done a really good job with these plans, I think. Anyway, the information's there. You just have to go and look for it sometimes. As far as like every single hole, don't rivet it until you find. Well, I don't rivet it until I find in the book exactly what size rivet it is. It's a bit like one of those puzzles, I guess. If you take a guess, it might work for now, but sometime down the track, it's going to it's going to bite you. And sort of Lego block instructions, I guess, the photo guide that I printed out and put in my folder here, which gives me a bit of a sequence. So all going really well. Time to kick the heater in and move on to the next step. Next step, I think I'm going to work on the these main, well, that'll be the rear spar attachment point, and the A6 rivets and a couple of bolts go in here, so this whole frame will come out again. Like everything, do it 2 or 3 times, cleco it together, pull it out, deburr, corrosion control, put it back in. It's good though because you get to know the sequence of things to go in. So, going well. Alright, so we've got the fuselage still progressing pretty well. I'm just at the moment working on the front, or the front of the rear fuselage, the former if you like, and riveting some stiffeners. Stiffeners just going in the back there, riveting those. I just thought I'd do a video. Half the reason of doing this video here is to keep, makes it easy to keep a build log. Obviously there's inspections that go along the way for the airworthiness certificate at the end and the chance to test fly, and for my for the lamey that comes along, the licensed inspector to inspect things. So I've done the main frame here, if you like, with the rear, what would that be? Call them elephant ears or something like that. So the rear attachment for the rear spar, this will actually go onto the wings over here, onto the rear spar just there, attaches there. So what I've just wanted to get a video of, I guess, is get to certain points which probably should be inspected. 30 years in the Air Force, we always had three levels of signature on the CMOs, critical maintenance operations. But if you look in there, you should be able to see, I can't actually see it on the camera, those 3 bolts. So I've got a series of A6 rivets and the AN3 bolts, torqued up to 20 to 25 inch-pounds. So before I cover them up, they're actually done. Fairly important part. This holds the wing on. And then tonight, hopefully, I'm going to get the, sorry for spinning around, working on the, trying to work on the camera, trying to build a plane and also learn how to use a camera. Going to get the top skin and fit that to the fuselage a bit later on potentially. Just working out as well with the fuselage, just going slow, trying to work out, doesn't matter, you can always take the rivets out, but just trying to work out where something goes in the future. For example, there's a little gusset is there, which you can possibly see over there on the other side. So that's installed, and another example is a gusset that goes there on the outside. But anyway, going well. So what I'm doing here is I plan to paint the interior of the fuselage, the cockpit. So all the parts are separate. Just getting off the extra corrosion protection, get off the ink as well, and clean as we go. Beautiful. And my biggest problem, I guess, is just got to tell yourself to go slow. Just do each piece. Each piece, do it nice. Get the job done. Make all the sub-assemblies, and then the sub-assemblies make the main assemblies. So I've got this piece all nice and cleaned up. It's amazing. So I've got 3 bits of aluminium extrusion, if you like, all riveted together, and that makes for a really solid piece. It's probably a good thing, holding the wings on. Alright, about to offer up the, I'm going to put the top skin on, out here by myself. Top skin's on the floor down here, and this is a bit comical, but I've put a pedal pop stick, pedal pop stick, so you can see the string running down all the way down to the back, and the same on the other side. So my builder's string there, with my pedal pop sticks jammed into each upright. So what I'm hoping, all goes to plan, I'll put the longeron will go down in between there, and you can see where this is going. Pull the string one by one, hopefully the paddle pops come back out. Failing that, paddle pop sticks will be stuck in there, and I'll have to throw some chocolates down the back and get my 3-year-old to crawl in there. Just one more wipe of the inside of the top skin, get all the fingerprints off and all the COVID, I guess. It's May 2020. So current restrictions, I think you can have 5 people indoors, but if you go outdoors you can have 10 people. But if you're having a meeting, you can't have a meeting, but you can have people over, and you can't do this, and you can have a drink but your bars aren't open. You can't get a feed, but you can go for a coffee, but you can't hang around. So anyway, we'll give this a clean on the inside. And now the paddle pop sticks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And got to be happy with that. Woo-wee! Have a look at that. Beautiful. So got the fuselage all together. Not the most aerodynamic thing. It's probably got the aerodynamics of a shoebox at the moment. But if you have a look, got the fuselage sides all clecoed together. The string worked beautifully with the paddle pop sticks. Enjoyed the magnums, and rear baggage sections in. Did the cross brace at the top here, nice solid bit, and the elephant ears or something for the rear spar. But looking good. That was certainly a lot of fun putting that together, and get a lot of satisfaction out of actually building those little sub-assemblies and put it together, and it all turns out pretty good. And I guess probably a good time to work out why I actually, or tell you a bit about why I chose this one. I currently own, I think I've discussed this before, currently own the Jabiru, my little Jabiru 160. Went for a fly yesterday, just really enjoy the flying. Burned around in the circuit yesterday for about an hour, just, you know, flapless, full flap, no flap, glide approaches, that sort of thing. was out there flying with the crop dusters and Polair came in, that was great. The Zenith Cruzer stood out to me, I guess, as a first-time builder. Been building model aircraft, how good am I shelf up the top there. 40 years of model aircraft building, and for all my model aircraft mates out there, or aviation mates, think of this as like a Hustler Mark III, I guess, the Aeroflight Hustler Mark III, just a slab-sided trainer, high wing, tricycle undercarriage, something that I know I can fly, and it's definitely something that I know if I stick at it I can build, and it should fly reasonably well. I'm already having thoughts why I'm building out here, something pretty ambitious for my next project, which is going to be a lot of fun, but just have to wait and see about that one. So for now, yeah, just working on the shoebox, if you like, or the slab-sided. Well, when you say people, you're building a Zenith, Zenith. A lot of people think of the old 701s, I think. Nothing wrong with those, but they do look a bit different to the good old Cruzer. That's why I like the Cruzer. It's a bit more traditional with the spats. It's got a rudder and a fin, as opposed to just an all-flying fin, if you like, on the like a 701, which they did call on the Air Jeep initially. But Zenith's done a whole lot of work. Zenith's done a whole lot of work developing this kit, I guess, and it's just ever evolving, going together really well. What I find, if the parts don't line up, so some parts I got over here for tonight. You know, the parts that come out of the box here, they're very sharp and rough, but already drilled, and some are drilled completely, and others might just have pilot holes in there. So it's good fun putting it together. I know I can do this, and end result, I'm really looking forward to that day when I've got a shiny aeroplane on the tarmac and throw the keys at someone and take it for a fly, which should be fantastic. Alright, so what from here? Do a lot of work in this baggage area. Got to do some spray painting. Got to try and keep the cost down at some parts. It's easy just to take the stuff to the shop, I guess, but I've got some 2-pack from my aero modelling days. I've still got quite a few spray guns, so I'm going to spray paint all the steel parts myself. I bought some 2-pack paint, so it'll be a nice 2-pack enamel finish. It makes it a bit more chink proof, if you like. So I'll paint those up, because one of the next steps is start putting in some flight controls, the torque tubes. Another consideration, got to go and research, a lot of research, the header tank. There is a Skytech header tank, I think, that runs down one of those side posts, or this one here actually, either side, whichever you like, tucks in nicely. But being in Australia, very expensive for what it is, basically a box with 3 pipes. I know there's a lot more design in it to evaporate all the air and stop foaming and that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's a reservoir with, I want to have, I've got 1 tank vented, so 2 wings in, 1 vent out, and 1 feed at the bottom. And then I'll have a gasculator upstream of that which will be my lowest point for my water drains. So just trying to work out now where the fuel lines go. On the plans, it's really quite nice. It goes in, they run down inside some of these structures. One, you've got to think about replacing the hose in 5 years, I think it is. And 2, they don't have a header tank necessarily. I've seen some behind that baggage wall, but the inlet's just behind the top here, which will be the trailing edge of the wing. So it'll come in and then you've got to go back about 2 or 3 feet. So I'm trying to minimise the amount of clutter you can see inside, but obviously it's got to be functional as well. So yeah, a bit more research on that. What else can I say? Really glad with the top skin. That went on really nicely. Still haven't riveted it all together yet. I need to go through tonight, just work out where I can and can't rivet. Doesn't matter if you get snookered, you can drill out rivets all the time. But progressing well and having a lot of fun.